Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all glory, honor, and praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the apostle elders of Great Millstone who rule well. And salutations to all you brothers out there pushing this word in love, truth, sincerity, and humility. Once again, it's the brother Shatia coming back to you with what I hope is another quick and edifying sit down. And this is on the Common Sense Show with Dave Hodges. And he talks about there is no retirement and what you can do about it. Because as you know, in this day and age with this crumbling economy, okay, retirement is a big issue for many people. And some believe that when they get to a certain age, there'll be nothing to retire off of. Okay, because you have many of these big time corporations, the only thing they're given is a 401k. They've completely eliminated the retirement. Okay, and if you just so happen to be somebody that works and has a job with the municipality, folks are worried about their pensions because you have these crooked politicians who are constantly devising ways to steal the money and devise rules where they don't have to contribute to the pension the way they should be contributing to the pension. So this is a huge issue because you have to think about it. As you get older, you want to be able to live a life where you could comfortably take care of the things that you need and every once in a while enjoy some folly. But if you have the suspicion that it's not going to be there, what do you do? And so that brings us to this video with Dave Hodges, which is very interesting. So I'm going to let him speak on a few things. We're going to get some scripture and then close it out.
Today, well, maybe if you want to live in a ghetto-ridden, one-bedroom, share it with three family situation, there is retirement. But if you retire, let's just talk about what happens to your money. Let's talk about what happens to you. And let's talk about what this means for America today. My name is Dave Hodges. I'm the host of the Common Sense Show, and we are the show that is freeing America one enslaved mind at a time. We're brought to you by Solar Power Bank. I've got mine. In fact, actually, I've got two of them, and you should have at least two as well. And what are they? They charge your electronic devices, and they're solar operated. You never need any more batteries, and certainly they're a great backup to carry with you because you know those times you're out, you go, oh, crap, my cell phone's going to die, and I got no way to charge. Okay, you know that story. Solar Power Bank is terrific, and it's got great accessories. I want to send you to the website. You can go to the link in the description box following this broadcast at solarpowerbank.com. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a great device to have, and it's a great device for preppers to have as well, too. Well, here we go with a story that I think really bears a lot of analysis. I have retired from one position. And let's just use round numbers. This doesn't reflect my numbers. But let's just say someone retired at $50,000 a year, just for the sake of argument, okay? Inflation averages 5% a year. Your bank account pays 0.2, so let's call it zero, shall we? Pretty soon there'll be negative interest rates. Yeah, you'll be paying the bank to house your money. How do you like them apples? But let's just stay with the 5%. It's 5% this year. It's 5% the next year. Oh my gosh, that's 10%. That means that 50,000's worth 45. 2 more years, it's 40,000. Do you get the idea? How long will it be till your money is cut in half? What 50,000 would buy, now it buys 25,000. Sounds like the Federal Reserve, doesn't it? Have you figured it out? Have you figured out why this is just a bad deal? This is why I push you to investments. This is why I talk to you about groups like Noble Gold and Trade Genius. And I'm not advertising for them in this piece. But you need to diversify and have your money somewhere and making money for you. And you also need solid backing of gold. But what are you doing in terms of retirement? You can't retire taxes go up. Your home escalates in value. Oh, you'll have the normal downturns like we had in 2008, but most of your homes are no longer below water, and you're now paying increased property tax, which is communist, and we should never have allowed a property tax. It's a regressive tax, which means you never own your home. You own your home in combination with the government. Stop paying your property tax, they come and take your house even though you've paid the entire mortgage on it. And they take 100% of it. You can't retire. Now, first of all, the best predictor of a man's death is 6 months after his retirement. You have to have purpose in life. But purpose is one thing. Desperation is something else. Some people are forced into retirement, and some people are forced into declining standard of living because they didn't plan for their retirement. And folks, that's okay, because I don't blame anyone in that situation, because our society sucks at teaching you what you need to do to prepare to retire. In school, what do they teach you about money? Yeah, the big silence answers it all, doesn't it? So you can never retire. People say, well, Dave, do you have any suggestions? I have one for this broadcast. And the one suggestion I would make is this. Most of your hobbies that you enjoy could be monetized. Simply put in your hobby to YouTube and look at what people are doing. And sometimes just putting your hobby on YouTube is enough. I mean, there's a gal out there right now making millions showing, and she's young and pretty, and she's showing people how she puts on makeup. Listen, I'm not going to bemoan anyone who finds a way to make money. There's nothing illegitimate about it, nothing illegal. I would never have thought of something like this, and being a man, I certainly wouldn't watch something like this, but my wife might, and she wouldn't. But a lot of women will, and a lot of women do. Take your hobby and monetize it. That's the best thing I can tell you. The idea of going to work for Walmart and being a greeter and getting paid minimum wage, that's a tough way to live when you're 65, 70, 75 years of age. That's hard on you. Do something you love in retirement, because the system will not let you retire. And the system is regressive because the rich don't want competition. That's another discussion for another time, but that is a fact. Well, that's it for the Common Sense Show, ladies.
So to basically sum all this up, the reason why the working man can't retire is because he's constantly getting robbed, and he's put in a system where it's not meant for him to succeed whatsoever. So let's get a few scriptures on this. We're going to go to the law. Leviticus 19 and 13. It says, "Thou shalt not defraud thy neighbor, neither rob him. The wages of him that is hired shall not abide with thee all night until the morning." You know, let's look up that word defraud. I shock.
Strong's H 6231. Ashak. Ashak.
So, I shock. To press upon, oppress, violate, defraud, do violence, get deceitfully, wrong, extort. To oppress, wrong, extort, to oppress, to be exploited, be crushed. Okay? So when we go back to that Leviticus 19, it says that thou shalt not exploit, oppress, rob thy neighbor, neither rob him. The wages of him that is hired shall not abide with thee all night until the morning. And that's what you have in this system. Okay, you heard what he said. Your house is technically not your house. Let you go a year without paying the property tax. They're going to seize it after you done slaved away for 30 plus some years at your job. Okay, trying to so-called own a place that technically you never own. All right, let's get some more precepts on robbery. Proverbs 22 and 22, we'll get that. And it says, rob not the poor because he is poor, neither oppress the afflicted in the gate. For Yahweh will plead their cause and spoil the soul of those that spoiled them. Okay? And that's what you have here in this system. You got the rich exploiting the poor. All because he's poor and they can do it. Here you have a society where a man can work 2 jobs for 30 years and still not have enough to make ends meet. Or you have a man that can work at a job for 30 plus something years and it was a good paying gig, but whatever he's making in retirement, okay, the job fails to take into consideration what they call a COLA, cost of living adjustment. And you heard Dave Hodges when he first did the interview, when inflation goes up, if your COLA doesn't go up, then the money that you have is less and less and less, has less buying power. So you'll basically be a few years in the poor until you get into the poorhouse. All right. And I'm going to get one last precept and we're going to end it. Ezekiel 22 and 9. All right. Ezekiel 22. '29. And it says, the people of the land have used oppression. And how do they use oppression? Through their unjust laws and unrighteous decrees. All right, through loopholes, through taxes. Okay, that's how they use oppression. And it says, and exercise robbery. All right, putting into law new things to further oppress people, where they have to spend more money to do the same thing that they've been doing for 10 years before you exercise the law. Okay? And it says, and have vexed the poor and the needy. They have oppressed the stranger wrongfully, because it's wrong to oppress a man that calls himself getting up every day, try to make a legit living for himself and his family. It is wrong, and it makes a man angry to do all of that and to get to the point in his life where he's 65, 70 years old and he can't provide for himself. He basically has gone 30 years and hasn't moved out of that same place that he was when he was 25 and 30 some years old. He's basically an older version of what he was 30 years ago. Okay, and that's a horrible ending to a life, if you want to call it a life. And this is why this earth needs new management. Because as we read in that previous precept, the Lord is going to hear the cries of the people who are vexed, and he's going to avenge them of the oppression that's being caused by the oppressor. So, hey man, it's just one of these things that we got to deal with while we're here in Babylon the Snake. But you nonetheless, keep trusting in Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, and he'll always continue to make a way for you. So with that being said, I want to give all glory, honor, and praises to Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the apostle elders, a great millstone who rule well. And salutations to all you brothers out there pushing this word in love, truth, sincerity, and humility. With that, I want to say shalom.